Well, what's going on, everybody? Glad to have you in with us on a Wednesday afternoon. Stan Morris here as we're beginning our pre-show and hoping to make you into an NEA Report swag winner. Today, from our friends at Creative Concepts, we're giving away this cool beanie. It's got the NEA Report logo on it. I'd put it on right now, but I spent 7.5 hours on my hair just to get it to look half horrible. Let's show you right now how to get to win this thing. All you got to do is share the newscast on your timeline and you're entered to win. Winners are announced the following day. Of course, we had to skip yesterday because we got a little busy. We're talking about that in a minute. Got a little busy. But one winner will be chosen the following day, right? It's easy to do. So just share the newscast and you'll have an opportunity to win. Now, we've got a lot of news to cover today. There is top to bottom, tons of stuff. We're catching up a little bit from yesterday. There's been some breaking news today. And of course, the story in relation to The Office tops our news tonight. So hang on, everybody. We do want you to like and share just to support us. It is something that helps us out a great deal. But that's kind of why we're giving back, because you're doing that. That way we can give back to you for helping us out. Hang on. The news starts next. It's 4 o'clock in Jonesboro, where a personal foul seems to have been committed by the Office Sports Grill with the ABC Administration Board. Specifically, we're going to talk about the report we told you about first yesterday, but there's more to the story. The stories continue to develop, and we've received several messages, including video, showing some of the stuff that happened Saturday night at this establishment in Jonesboro, and we're showing you at least parts of that, what we can, coming up. Still going to be stuff that you might not want the younger viewers to watch. Plus, an attempted killer learns his fate today. A pot bust yields, well, very little, except for the arrest of a 64-year-old man. And a political spotlight on the Craighead County judge candidates that have announced so far. We know we're getting a new one. Maybe you'll meet them today. On NEA Report, let's get to it.
Stan Morris reporting.
It's a yellow flag and a foul in the eyes of the ABC Administration Board, or at least that's what it sounds like, for the Office Sports Grill in Jonesboro. Thanks, everyone, for joining us tonight on NEA Report. We published this story yesterday evening on the website and on our Facebook page that included a photo of a topless dancer seen pole dancing at the Office in Jonesboro. We're talking about the Office Sports Grill. It's owned by Keith Hendricks, who, by the way, said the woman's top was torn off aggressively. We're talking about this photo right now. I'll come back to that full screen in just a second, because some of you may not have finished reading it all. But this is the photo in question. The whistle, of course, was something we put there after the fact. Keith Hendricks claimed that in the photo, which you're looking at right there, which the woman is not attempting to cover up in, he claimed her top had just been torn off right before the photo was taken. But right after the photo was taken, he claimed that she was escorted out along with her aggressor, I should point out. Evidently, the man who tore off her top and this woman both escorted out of the restaurant or the club, whatever they're calling themselves, and presumably to the same exit, which is odd. But nonetheless, he claims that they're banned now for life, and he claims this was not sanctioned, right? That's what he says. He says that this type of behavior is nothing that he would have in his location. In fact, his exact quote was, quote, "It was Saturday night in the club here. We had a band here. Quote, somebody had a birthday party. They had a girl dancing for them, and somebody snapped the back of her top and pulled it off." Unquote. Hendricks described the incident as an accident, as a coincidence that that photo was taken and showing that, and he then began blaming his competitors and saying people who are jealous and assume. He didn't elaborate on that, by the way. He said, quote, quote, "We had a band. They were up there singing and playing. We always have a band," he said. But this marks a new problem for Hendricks, because according to ABC Administration Director Mary Robin Castile, who we spoke to on Tuesday, she said that the office doesn't have a club permit for dancers or live bands. Not to mention topless dancers, by the way, but any dancers, fully clothed dancers. No permit for that, and no permit for live music. Quote, "Unless it was noted and they called and specifically asked that it could be added to their permit, well, it can't be allowed." Live music is not allowed there. That's because of the strict regulations that Arkansas has for private club permits in dry counties. The owner went from saying he always had bands to something different. In fact, his exact quote initially after that was broken up into several different run-on sentences, and it's very difficult for me to present that to you here without showing you in writing, but after he finished that, he did say, quote, "The band just started in the past 2 or 3 weeks." Now, we have to talk about what we've learned since then. Since we published this report, and this is just the beginning, we were sent several social media posts. We were also sent a video. We'll get to that in a second, but I want to show you this. It's a social media post from February of 2013, and I'll read it to you. It's ladies' night at the office. Skipping down a little bit because I don't feel like naming all these prices. Male dancers after 10 p.m. So there you go. It did appear, according to the ABC administration director, that provisions had been added for television, foosball, and video games. I think that was around 2013. But it does not appear that anything had been added for live music. So one of the most interesting phenomena that happens as a reporter on a digital platform is that as soon as we publish our first story, the internet helps us to research what's next, what we missed, and maybe some of the stuff that will come in the next report. And just like that, that's what happened last night when we did publish our story on the Office Sports Grill. The internet helped us to find a video that took place, and we're going to show you that video, or at least we're going to show you parts of it, because the video shows a young woman giving a lap dance to 2 gentlemen. And it's not exactly friendly enough to where I want to show you the full unedited version. But I'm going to skip around in it and show you just a little bit because I want to remind you. The owner said that the woman who was pole dancing, well, that she was not doing it topless, that her top got torn off. Evidently, this lap dance happened with the full knowledge of those in the location. Because as you can see, it's taking place in the center of a giant crowd. Nothing like that happens in a bar or location without everyone knowing about it, right? She teases to pretend as though she's going to take off her clothes, although she does not in this video. But what she does do, she will take off her dress, by the way, leaving on her underwear. What the young classy lady does do at a point in the video is she flashes one of the guys on the left. And there we go. And this is one of the parts that I'm going to skip ahead of because she begins humping the floor. Nonetheless, I just want to point this out because as we were told, the lady, as perhaps it is the same woman there and perhaps not, I don't know, we do not know that, but we know that the owner said that the incident that took place at the office was in a moment and that both the woman dancing and the person who allegedly took off her top were escorted out of the location. But this didn't get her escorted out, did it? Going to be a long time before this attempted killer and confirmed robber gets out of jail. Dwaylen Woods today entered a plea of guilty and received his sentence. And we received the information from prosecutor Scott Ellington, who we appreciate always keeping us informed about these matters. He appeared today in circuit court in Craighead County and entered that plea of guilty for attempted capital murder and aggravated robbery. It's dating back to an incident that happened in Bay, where he, along with 2 others, shot a clerk in the chest during a robbery at a gas station, because that's what winners do. They rob people. Well, anyway, this winner is going to be going away for the next 28 years guaranteed, although he gets 40 years in prison. His accomplices were quite a bit more lucky in receiving their sentences. Judge Cindy Thayer imposed that sentence today, but he does, as mentioned, have to serve until at least 28 years have passed. And Second Judicial District Prosecuting Attorney Scott Ellington said, quote, "This plea and sentence has truly served the ends of justice." He said it has brought comfort and relief to the victim and will give the defendant an opportunity to rehabilitate himself and to live the significant remainder of his life as a productive citizen. And so the 2nd Judicial District prosecutor also thanked Charlene Henry for her hard work, as well as the Bay and Truman Police Departments and the Craighead County Sheriff's Departments, along with the first responders who worked very hard to save the life of the young victim, but also to bring her attacker to justice. Well, a 64-year-old man in Harrisburg was arrested earlier this week, facing charges that he was dealing weed. It happened on Monday, January 22nd, when Ricky Osmond, 64, was arrested by the police after an investigation that spanned several months, they said. They executed a search warrant at his address, and you're looking at the pictures of what was found. That is a hunting rifle, a .22 caliber hunting rifle, often used to shoot squirrels, rabbits, something of the nature. During the search of the residence, the cannabis, digital scales, drug paraphernalia that goes with the cannabis, over $2,800 in cash and coins were seized, and the man was arrested. He's now facing felonies. And those felonies include trafficking a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia within 1,000 feet of a school, possession of a Schedule 6 controlled substance with intent to deliver, and simultaneous possession of drugs and firearms. All charges are felonies. A 31-year-old and 26-year-old were also arrested for possession of marijuana during the search warrant that was executed after an investigation that spanned several months. Let's get you up to date now on your New Wave Wireless forecast because, well, it's kind of nice, isn't it? Doesn't it feel pretty good outside right now? And to think that we're really at the tail end of January. And just a few days ago, we were looking at snowy conditions. People were making fun of Arkansas, saying that we didn't know how to deal with the snow here. Hey, give us a break, okay? We know how to deal with the snow. We just want some days off from work and school. Your New Wave Wireless forecast, home of the $49 iPhone screen repair, looks like this. 31 for the low tonight, and it's a clear night tonight, too. Pretty calm winds, around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, a little gusty, up to 15 miles per hour with sunny skies and a nice high, 57 degrees. I'm thinking T-shirt weather tomorrow. Well, except for when I have to do the show, and then I have to shave and all that fun stuff. Ugh. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 35. Friday, increasing clouds with a high near 54. Some showers are going to start to roll in later into Friday, though, Friday night especially, as we see a 50% chance of that. Mostly cloudy skies, otherwise Friday night, the low down to 47. The showers stay Saturday, and they really are likely. Oh, let me go back and just mention this real fast. We may see a 1/4 inch of rain Friday night into Saturday, all right, where showers are 70% likely to be seen with cloudy skies and a high near 57. Saturday night, 50-50 shot at showers with cloudy skies and then kind of clearing up a little bit more, a low around 39. Sunday, sunny with a high near 52 degrees, and next week, next Monday, 46, 49 on Tuesday. You know, not too bad. Maybe a nice week on the way again. I think, what are we on, our second week of nice weather? Be on to the third week if we can make it through next week. Well, coming up after the break, we want to give you an opportunity to meet the two men that are, at least one of which is likely to be your next county judge. Of course, they are the two that we've received notification from so far that have announced that they're running. Both are in the Republican primary. And we know that County Judge Ed Hill is not seeking re-election. So you're going to get a new county judge, and you may be meeting that person next on NEA Report.
Are you or one of your loved ones in a nursing home? Spending $4,000, $5,000, or $6,000 per month for specialized care? You may be able to preserve most of your remaining net worth if you act now. Seniors who are wartime veterans may be eligible for immediate benefit. Protect yourself from all of these uncertainties. Call today for a free consultation. You have questions? The Oldham Law Firm has answers.
Brothers Flooring on Highway 67 South in Pocahontas has all your flooring covered. Stop by our showroom Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and see all we have. Carpet with pad and install starting at $16.50 a square yard. Laminate with pad installed starting at just $3.25 a square foot. Every name brand of engineered and solid hardwood from $5 a square foot and up. Waterproof vinyl planks, wood look and tile look, attached cork pack starting at $3.49 a square foot installed. Ceramic and porcelain tile of all sizes and all colors. We build custom tiled showers from the floor up, shelves and benches, tub surrounds, kitchen backsplashes like no other. Brothers Flooring, Highway 67 North in Pocahontas. Call today, 870-892-2525.
We had a website that we had had for a number of years. It had become unwieldy to navigate. Ace One said, give me a little time and I'll come up with something and just see what you think about it. It blew us away. Ace One and his staff have given such close personal attention and outstanding customer service, just as if we were $1 million company. I just can't say enough good things about them.
Happy to have you in with us on Wednesday afternoon as we're spotlighting right now the Craighead County Judges race, right? And we're knowing for sure that we're going to get a new county judge after this election this year because current county judge Ed Hill has announced he is not running for re-election. He is retiring. Although he said, in kind of an interesting couple of statements so far right now, that he may be running for re-election. So we'll see on that. But we want to introduce you to both of the county judge candidates that have announced and notified NEA reports so far that they are running. Jonesboro E911 Director Jeff Presley has announced that he will seek the office of Craighead County Judge in the 2018 primary election. And Presley was the first candidate to notify NEA report, which is why we begin with him in the coverage tonight. If you'd like to see his full statement and full quotes, by the way, you can go to neareport.com. Presley served as 26 years to be exact, for emergency services in Craighead County. He says that he's been there to assist in their time of need and to hear about the issues that are important to the members of Craighead County and their families too. He says there's several issues that bind us together as a community. Quote, your desire to feel safe and secure in your own homes, your need for well-maintained roads, and better fiscal use of your taxpayer dollars are just a few examples of my future plans for Craighead County. That's what Presley said. Presley is a lifelong resident of Craighead County and was previously employed with Craighead County Sheriff's Office. He is currently on the board of directors for the Morgan Nick Foundation and received training from the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children in Washington, D.C. Presley is also a liaison for state and federal audits, meeting FBI standards and grant administration. He also serves as a liaison of Northeast Arkansas for Homeland Security. As of Wednesday afternoon, Presley has one opponent, Marvin Day, who has announced that he is seeking the office of Craighead County Judge, and he is seeking that office in the Republican primary as well. That makes two people we know so far, by the way, for that May 22nd Republican primary. If you want to see the full release from Mr. Day, it is available at neareport.com. Day is a graduate of Jonesboro High School, received a civil engineering degree from the University of Arkansas, and is employed as a senior engineer at City Water and Light. He has previously worked in the highway and heavy construction business and was the co-founder of Asphalt Producers, LLC. He said, quote, I want to foster cooperative leadership among all elected officials in Craighead County so that we can work together to serve all citizens in a more efficient manner. He continued the quote saying, I would like to use my background as a civil engineer and business owner to improve the quality of services the county provides and enhance a positive work environment for its employees. You can see Marvin there with his family, including Ashley Thompson Day, along with their two boys, Alex and Zach. Day's community involvement includes the Metropolitan Area Planning Commission as a member and chairman. He's also on the City of Jonesboro Land Use Advisory Committee, the Master Street Planning Committee as vice chairman, and the Storm Water Advisory Board as vice chairman. He served as the chairman of the First United Methodist Church Building Committee during the construction of their new worship center in 2010, and is also a member of the Rotary Club of Jonesboro and served as loan executive to the United Way. Let's tell you about a few things happening on the community calendar. We learned today about the Soil and Water Conference coming up at Arkansas State University at First National Bank Arena at A-State. Got to get used to calling it that, by the way. Many topics will be featured that'll be of interest to those in the agriculture industry, and it's going to happen on January 31st. And if you'd like to find out more information, you can go to neareport.com, where we have more on the story there, but you can also visit astate.edu/soil and water to find out more information. Another event that's going to be taking place, the NEA Political Animals event, will be this Friday at noon at the Jonesboro Chamber of Commerce. State Republican and Democratic Party chairs will both be in attendance, And one of the questions, like it's funny because one of the things listed on the email that was sent out was maybe we can ask them who's responsible for the government shutdown. Maybe we can. We'll try to find out more because NEA Report will also be in attendance. Looking forward to it. We'll stream it live too. Ladies, here's an event that's coming up. It's the Blues and Bingo event. It's Saturday, January 27th, and it's at the Cooper Alumni Center on A-State's campus. All proceeds will benefit A-State Rugby. That's a program that, it's seen a lot of growth in the past several years. Tickets are $45 each and include bingo cards, brunch, and the bubbly. So that's happening on Saturday to get involved with that. I think they've got a Facebook event for it if you'd like to look and find out more. Well, let's give you one final look at that New Wave Wireless forecast right now and let you know the good news. If you haven't seen it already, we're looking for a super nice day tomorrow. The temperature is going to be up to 57 degrees. It's going to be feeling great outside with sunny skies. Maybe a little bit gusty wind-wise. 15-mile-per-hour winds possible out of the south-southwest. And mostly clear tomorrow night, the low around 35. Just a heads up. For Friday night, beginning late Friday night, we'll see some showers roll in lasting through our Saturday. I'm looking through the forecast. I'm not really seeing any chance for thunderstorms, though. So could just be a rainy Saturday, but that stuff's gone by Sunday, which is cool by me. And another nice week on the way, it looks like, for our week next week, which we can always take around here. That's what we've got for tonight on the news here on NEA Report. Thank you so very much for watching us. If you would like, and if you want to support us, click share on this video that you're watching. That helps us a great deal. If you want to click like too, then I'm just going to owe you so many thanks I can't express it all at the close of the show. Thanks everybody for watching. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. with more news from Northeast Arkansas and breaking news always. As it breaks out, NEA Report breaks in. Thanks so much. We'll see you then.